How Coco Gauff became the world's highest-paid female athlete at just 21 years old. Forbes named Coco Gauff the world's highest-paid female athlete of 2025, proving she knows exactly how to build an empire on and off the court. While some athletes are content with just winning trophies, professional tennis player Coco Gauff has spent 2025 proving she knows exactly how to build an empire and how to get to the bag. From taking greater ownership of her career by launching Coco Gauff Enterprises to securing a massive global ambassadorship with Mercedes-Benz, she has spent the last year meticulously diversifying her portfolio at just 21 years old. Suggested reading: Why Timothy Chalamet, Drusky's latest internet shenanigans has some black folks inviting him to the cookout. How to show up for someone who is grieving this holiday season. From Chicago to Decatur, these cities are now one step closer to reparations. And now, the two-time Grand Slam champion was just named the highest-paid female athlete this year by Forbes. Gauff took home a total $33 million this past year, which is the fourth highest dollar total for a female athlete ever. She trails behind fellow tennis superstars Naomi Osaka's $57.3 million and Serena Williams' $45.9 million 2021 totals, and her own $34.4 million that she made in 2022. In 2023, Gauff led the list with $22.7 million. According to the report, $8 million of Gauff's coins were earned on the court, including her French Open in June. The remaining $25 million of her earnings came from endorsements off the court. Here's a breakdown of Gauff's endorsement portfolio. Gauff has a long-standing partnership with New Balance, signing her first deal when she was 14 years old. With the Coco CG1 and CG2, she is one of the few active tennis players to have their own signature footwear line. She also has a major deal with Head, endorsing their Boom Racket series. She is also one of the faces for Bose, appearing in several campaigns for their Quiet Comfort headphones and earbuds. Gauff also has partnerships with Meta and Ray-Ban to promote their smart glasses and has collaborative deals with American Eagle, Mio Mio, and the hair care brand Carol's Daughter. This year, Gauff inked a deal to be a global brand ambassador for Mercedes-Benz, and she has a multi-year partnership with Rolex as one of the brand's primary faces in the sporting world. Additionally, Gauff is slated to develop TV shows, movies, and digital content in partnership with the studio Religion of Sports, launched her own management firm Coco Gauff Enterprises, and is an investor in Unrivaled, the professional 3-on-3 women's basketball league. Although Gauff is doing exceptionally well, she is not afraid to raise her voice about the wage gap that's deeply entrenched in the world of sports between female and male athletes. In 2025, top male athletes made an estimated $674 million on the field of play, more than triple the women's compensation at $212 million. Sometimes there are female players who are selling out some of these stadiums more than some of the other guys who are getting paid way more, Gauff told Forbes this fall. I think combined WTA and ADP events, when you look at it objectively, it doesn't make a lot of sense why the pay gap is that large. Other black athletes to make the list this year was fellow tennis star Naomi Osaka at $12.5 million. Osaka took home approximately $2.5 million in winnings on the court. Off the court, she has a long-term deal with Nike, a racket partnership with Yonex, and sponsorships with Louis Vuitton, Tag Heuer, Beats by Dre, MasterCard, Panasonic, Workday, and the mental health platform Modern Health. WNBA All-Star Angel Reese earned $9.4 million, and of that amount, approximately $9 million stems from her off-court ventures. She has a multi-year partnership with Reebok, becoming the brand's first major NIL signing, and recently extended her deal to include her first signature shoe, the Angel Reese 1. Reese also has partnerships with the Hershey Company, McDonald's, Beats by Dre, Revolve, Mio Mio, Calvin Klein, Amazon, and Airbnb. Track and field phenom Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone earned a reported $8.2 million, with $8 million of her income generated from endorsements. She has a long-term partnership with New Balance, which earns her an estimated $1.5 million annually. In 2025, the brand released the Sid collection, which features signature performance gear such as the Fuel Cell Supercomp MDX V3 track spikes and lifestyle footwear like the Sid Collection 9060 sneakers. McLaughlin Levron also has partnerships with Tag Heuer, Neutrogena, and Gatorade. Picture this. A 15-year-old girl steps onto the hallowed grass courts of Wimbledon as an unknown. The crowd watches not just a teenager, but a spark, a mixture of raw talent, unwavering determination, and a smile that seemed to carry the hopes of a new generation. That young player was Coco Gauff, and what happened next was nothing short of a modern sports fairy tale. At 21 years old, in 2025, Gauff stands at the pinnacle of not just women's tennis, but women's sports as a whole. She was named the world's highest-paid female athlete, earning an estimated $33 million over the past 12 months. While she's far from the highest-paid athlete in the world overall, topping the earnings list among women at her age, with most of the money coming from off-court endorsements, is a story worth unraveling. Belenija +1. Born to compete, a star in the making. Coco Gauff didn't grow up in a tennis palace, but she had something just as powerful: focus. From her early days in Delray Beach, Florida, she showed promise, but it was more than just skill. Gauff had an emotional intelligence on court that belied her age. She read opponents, handled pressure like a veteran, and somehow, even as a child, seemed to love the spotlight rather than fear it. At age 15, the tennis world took notice when she reached the fourth round of Wimbledon as a qualifier, becoming the youngest player to do so in the Open era. Fans around the world were introduced to her fierce ground strokes, lightning speed, and competitive fire. That breakthrough moment set the stage for everything that would come next. Reuters. The early days, winning hearts and sponsors. After her Wimbledon breakthrough, Gauff's star began to grow not just as an athlete, but as a brand. In a world where athletes are also cultural icons, Gauff's approachable personality made her a marketer's dream. Major brands began to take notice. Companies that usually partner with household names saw something special in her. She was both elite and relatable. That combination is rare, and it's why her endorsement deals began accumulating almost as fast as her titles. Early partnerships included global brands like New Balance, which she signed with at a very young age, and later additions like Bose, Rolex, and Mercedes-Benz, deals that would help catapult her earnings. Belenija. On the court, talent meets triumph. Of course, endorsements don't come from personality alone. Performance drives value in sports. Gauff's journey has been marked by major title wins and incredible resilience. She captured her first Grand Slam singles title at the 2023 US Open, electrifying the tennis world by defeating top competitors on her way to the trophy. But she didn't stop there.